I will talk in Captain Obvious style, but maybe you can find some interesting in my talk. Okay, let's start. I would like to talk with you, to discuss with you, to share with you my ideas about is it generative networks is next step after internet or not? At the first, I would like to talk with you to make a brief journey towards history and explore the key milestones in evolution of storage and informational sharing methods. Look to the first stage. It's very, very old. Language is key for humanity, actually. I don't believe that anything in the world of information that can be more important than this. Language is really important. A human got ability to not only use their own experience, but also share his experience to others. The second important point is writing. It's a very limited method, but it still provided opportunity to save, to keep in information. The third is painting. Painting gives us a revolutionary access to information. People become able to replicate information, make it accessible. It's very, very important for humans. But also, in the same time, the huge progress in multimedia. It starts from rock, okay, painting. After this, just painting, which it was very detailed, but not about reality. And after this, photography come to us. Photography is safe and keep our real life. And second, of course, it's very also important is video. But after this, start age of the internet. Why internet is so important? The internet era began approximately 30 years ago, and we still live in internet era. Let's talk about internet. I think it sounds very funny now talk about internet, but let's talk about internet. What's important in internet if we talk about information? What internet give us if we talk about information? The first is, it's very important, it's vast data accumulation. What I mean? Before internet, very small part of information goes to book, because it's very expensive. Many important facts which we think now it's very important, there are no now accessible, they are now saved, because only small information goes to books. It's really expensive. What about internet? Internet keeps all from our life. All events, all happens. Everyone can type using his computer or mobile phone. Everyone can type and store his information. It sounds very, very usual now. But remember what you think about this dozens, 30 years ago. The second very important point is very fast, ultra fast data transmission. If we talk about, just for example, if we talk about scientists, before internet, the information goes from one scientist in one country to other scientist to other country several months. Sometimes it goes in eternity. Sometimes scientists never take the information from another scientist. With internet, it takes a second. Using some services like a Twitter, some scientists tweet his information about his paper, and other scientists immediately can read this paper. It's very fast data exchange from internet. And also, via internet, we have direct access for information. Okay, If we talk about book, we also have like direct access, because you can read table of context, you can use pages, page numbers, and go to exact page. But at first you need go to library to find these needed books. It's very difficult actually to find needed books. And read long time to read the table of context. Now using search engine, you just put your request to search engine and very fast, immediately receive result which you need. But it's not, this is resulted not a book, it's not a web page. Sometimes you can find needed information into snippet. It's very fast access to information. Also, a very important point is targeting information. What it means? It means the information in the internet actually is proactivity. Before internet, you personally need to find information. Now information can't find you. It's real change, you know, because what I mean, of course, it's, I talk about recommendation system. And recommendation system in social networks, as example. You go to social network and read what social network recommend you. And not about only social network. It's actually the same in YouTube, in music services, and in any internet services. Recommendation is a very important part of internet. And also, now we talk not about only internet like a service. We talk also about internet and devices which give you access to internet. Devices, I mean computer and mobile phones. Knowledge now accessible from everywhere. Now some of us, I prepared this joke. I would like to say that when I talk, some of us use mobile phones to find something on the internet, but nobody uses mobile phones now. Thank you for that, but you broke my joke. Okay, let's continue. And internet accessible from everywhere. I would like to show you, what is this? This is list of public corporation by market cap. 30 years different. Look the difference, okay? 30 years ago, just one IT company was on top of a list corporate corporation by market cap. Only IBM. Now most companies in top IT companies. And also, by the way, Tesla, I am not sure, is it Tesla IT company or not? Okay, it's maybe automotive company, but we know that Tesla mostly based on IT technologies. It's dramatically changed. 30 years ago, we don't know most of these companies. You know, it's just well, think how many internet change in our life. Okay, and what about AI and internet? AI, alongside the development of the internet, AI also advanced. AI made a significant contribution to capabilities in internet. As you know, I'm working in a search company, and this is the reason why I start my talk, why I start an explanation about AI and internet from search engine. Without search, internet, information in internet would be not accessible. Web search give us possibility to find very, very fast, find needed information in huge in ocean of data. And how it works? The formula which we used for find a relevant result is very complicated, very complicated. There are no chance to create this formula manually. Actually, searching engine use machine learning algorithms from the beginning. It starts from SVM, you know, supported vector machine, through via the gradient and boosting on decision trees. We are still use gradient and boosting on decision trees. And now, of course, searching engine use very big numbers of neural networks, very big numbers of models for different issues. And also, You know, I talked about it before, about recommendation system, and I can show you many examples like mesh and translation. Mesh and translation, it looks like absolutely magic now. You can, there are no now problems with language. Yes, I have problem with language when I speak, but when I read something in internet, in China internet, in Italian internet, in any internet, there are no problem. I can translate it using one click. And also, not only text translation, and also we have in Yandex what we do. We do real-time video translation. It's also completely based on neural networks, on AI technologies. I mean, automatic acoustic speech recognition, text-to-speech technology, and also, of course, NLP, natural language processing for automatic motion translations. All of this, it's AI technologies, which also based on internet data. We learn our algorithm using internet data. If we talk about motion translation, we learn our algorithm using parallel text. Same text on English or in Russian or English and Serbian in parallel in different languages. And one also important things, multimodal semantic space. It's very important issue if we talk about internet now. What is this? Using neural networks, we can embed any types of data, any entities, into semantic space, into multidimensional, very big, very huge semantic space. How we do this? How we can understand that two pair of images is semantically same. We have our own searching engine, and it's work very simple. If you can find two images via one request, it means that these two images is similar images. Same situation as example with text. We can play these ideas in very many combinations. Like, okay, if one image show by two different user requests, and means that this request is same. Or if one result shows by one user request, it means that this request is same. What we do, finally, we can put into our embedding space different types of data, images, text, videos, and other data, and other type of data, and how it's work. As example, reverse image search, or search by image. You upload your image in internet and receive semantically similar images. How it's work? You upload your image processed by neural networks, and embed into multimodal semantic space. And we find nearest images in this space, images from index, and show you as a result. Or we can read the text from near these images and show you extracted tag and result. It's work like a magic. You can make photo of something on with this flower, or it's not flower, something called this tree, and understand what is this, or car on the street, or some goods for shopping, etc. Actually, it's perfectly working in Yandex. You can compare it with your favorite searching system. What's your favorite searching? Please don't answer on this question. I understand your answer. But please compare how works your favorite searching engine with Yandex if we talk about reverse image search. It's my personal proud. It really works very, very, very cool. It's language independent, by the way. Okay. And why I think that generative AI in new era in information. Why generative AI is so important for keep information, for give us access for information. Please look to this slide. What generative AI can add, it's not instead of existing methods using keep or using access to information. It's some new, it's some add to this method. What generative AI can add to internet? We can have very many ideas, but I would like to talk about two. The first one is neural summarization. What is neural summarization? Actually, neural summarization is extract very short information, essence from information from very, very long text. But not only. Actually, when we prepare our huge language model, what we do? We put into this model information from all internet. Not like a text, but like a parameters of our model, of our neural network. It's absolutely new way how we can keep information. And actually, it's absolutely new era for machine learning. Because many times, what we do in machine learning, we fight against model history, model memorizing something. Because what's mean model memorizing? It's mean overfitting in machine learning. But now, okay, our model is really huge, and we okay that model not only can find hidden patterns in data, but also model can keep the information, model can memorize the information. It's something new in machine learning now. And now we store information from all internet in our model. And we have very fast access to this information. I don't want to show an example how works ChatGPT or Yandex GPT. I think all of you try to use ChatGPT and you perfect know how it's work. I mean by quality. But how it's work internally? All information from internet keep in model, and you have very fast access without internet search and receive result from model. It's absolutely new way how to store and how to have access to information. And other important point is value generation. I can't find right word, and I use the word value. What I mean? What we usually do with text. How we generate, we human, how we can generate text. We read very many articles and prepare our own mind, our own opinion, and put it into the text. Yes? Absolutely same way for neural networks. They read very many articles on the internet and generate new article. Absolutely like a human. And where we need, in which areas, in which jobs we need generate text. The first answer is very obvious. If you're text writer, if you're text creator, if you, I don't know, if your work is content creator. But what is content? I give you a few examples. What usually do doctor? Yes, sometimes doctor use your hand for a final result. But part of doctor works, read many text, as example analysis, result of analysis, and generate new text. As example, treatment plan or diagnosis. Diagnosis, it's text. And also, if we talk about programmer, it's absolutely obvious. Programmer generate code. What is code? Code is text. You can say, okay, but what a programmer use as input? They use his ideas and they use any external task. But neural networks can use same. You can put just ideas to enter networks and receive text. It's mean code. Or as example, lawyer. What do lawyer? Lawyer read many texts about exact happens about exact situation, or maybe he read usually legal works seriously based on existing legal text and precedents. It means that they use text as input and generate text as output. Same work can do neural networks. And what about teacher? What generated by teacher? I think it's also can be text. Assignment or feedback to students can be a text. It means that we can use neural networks for any work where our value is text. If we talk about current situation with generative AI, it's not AI has not fully realized his potential right now. If we talk about text, yes, text is realized. But if we talk about images, we just start processing images, really. Processing images is not so good like processing text. If we talk about video, we just start work with video. You know, there are some multimodal models from, as example, GPT-4 from OpenAI can work with not only with text, but with images as well, but not with video. Actually, there are many papers, research papers, how to recognize something on video, how to process video, but without same success like in text or in image. And one more problem of generative AI is that generative AI is not up to date. When we learn our model, when we put all internet in our model, it took, in real life, it took several months. It means that our model know nothing about what happens in the world last months. And if we see something in the news, we would like immediately communicate with chatbot based on generative AI, we don't receive smart answer usually, because generative AI don't know nothing about what happens last month. And next important point is community learning. How learn we humans? We learn not alone. Our level of intelligence strongly depends by level of intelligence our society. We're a distributed learning system. Each of us is just one node on a distributed learning system. Now I talk with you. You talk after this. We will drink together, I hope. And you will talk with me. And we share our knowledge, share our information, share weight of our and parameters of our neural networks. We learn together like distributed system. Our generative AI learn alone. And we just start to talk with them. Reinforcement learning with human feedback, I think you read this, how it's work. If you read papers about how work ChatGPT, it's just first, very, very small first step to community learning if we talk about network. We just start talk with neural network. But actually for this moment, generative AI learn alone. And last point, that there are no interaction with physical world if we talk about AI. They can't touch, they can't smell, they can't walk on the street, and there are no physical model in generative AI. All generative AI knowledge based on text from internet, not from physical interaction with world. I have a question. Do you know what is this? Have you any ideas? Please help me. What is this? This is first website on internet. This is internet 30 years ago. Who remember internet 30 years ago? I'm older there. Oh, you. Okay. 30 years ago, when I talk with my friends who, like me, see the internet, there are a small number of people 30 years ago have chance to see the internet. We think it's great. It's changed our life. It's completely changed our life. How? We think it's killer of mail system. Because mail via internet go from New York to Moscow, it's need just 2 days for receive message via internet from New York to Moscow. It's amazing. Compare a couple of weeks if you talk about physical mail. All our ideas in this moment, this system kill mail. And one my friend, which cool visionary, say that it's not only mail system, it's only mail killer. It's also library killer, because you will have access to library. Okay, without image, because no image in internet on this time. But it can kill library. What we think about Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, navigator in car, personal assistant, booking and other services? Nothing. There are no idea about all these services. Why I show you this slide? What we now think about AI? We think it kills support completely. Maybe drivers, because we will use self-driving cars. Maybe it gives us, as I say, new, very fast access to information. It's absolutely same situation like 30 years ago, when we talk that it kills library and mail. Actually, we don't know what happens with AI in future. Maybe it's just new bubble and nothing happens. But I personally think that AI is new internet because it's new way how to keep, how to use, how to have access, how to change information. Information is very, very important in our life, and the race just began. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have a few minutes for some questions, not too many. I don't know if there are any questions. There you go. Can we get a microphone?
Yes, sure. So my question pretty stupid. It's about searching. Right, I'm working as an engineer, and sometimes it's pretty hard to find some information in Google or Yandex. And I spend sometimes a lot of time to find exactly the same piece of code which I need. And what do you think how this sphere will change in the future? Because there are a lot of new information every day, and maybe it will increase the speed of searching something. And how it will change, yeah. Thank you.
How it change increase speed of searching, yes?
It's more about how process of searching will be changed in the future.
Yeah, will repeat, please.
How our process of searching will be changed in the future.
Okay. We have different types of search. Sometimes we name it navigation intent. Sometimes you need have information where. It can be URL, or it can be physical address. You need where to buy, where to see. It's navigation search. Navigation search will not change using AI. It's perfectly work now, and AI not about navigation search. But also, one type of search is discovery search. You have new idea about new area. You need to make a discovery. Sometimes it takes time. You make a request, read 5, 6, maybe 10 result. It's not just snippet, it's web pages. And after this, you have your own opinion. You extract you extract knowledge. This scenario will be completely changed using neural networks. Neural network read all this paper instead of you and prepare result for you. And also, how you interact with search engine right now. Just one request. Each request actually separate request. Okay, search engine use like a feature your previous request, but not like a dialogue. Using neural networks, you can use it like a dialogue. The difference will be, how you find information if you talk with expert. You discuss with them. You have a dialogue with them. I hope that in the future web search interface will be like a dialogue interface. You can communicate with them. And many years ago, as example, many years ago, when we start make our voice assistant, we think it's a very perfect way to use voice for web search. Actually not. Yes, people use it, but not so often. Usually they use voice assistant for music issues. Just start play some music. But now it's new era for voice assistant, because you can have dialogue with a voice assistant and find needed information with you via dialogue. It can be more fast compared using traditional methods of web search. Is it answer to your question?
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe one more. Please go ahead.
Paul, when you talked about machine learning, you mentioned an issue called model overfitting, right? But I believe that with generating AI, there is another major issue. Actually, the same issue if, for example, I ask my alive friends to summarize a long, big book for me, right? I cannot verify the results because it's so overcomplicated. So what do you think will be with that issue? So the question is, well, how generative AI will deal with that?
Sometimes you would like your pleasure to read very many texts, very many information yourself. Discovery, for me personally, discovery is cool time killer. I would like to read articles in Wikipedia. It's interesting, really. But sometimes, and this scenario will keep, why not? But sometimes you need very fast find needed information. I give you an example. If you, maybe you know, if you go to other country, to other city, you would like to read information without city. And each articles start from text. This city is very beautiful, an old city. Very many tourists goes to this city every year. And half of this text is absolutely bullshit. No bytes is usable information from this text. But you read this for find information which need to you. In these cases, neural networks can help you. There are no choosing between current method, how you receive the information from text or from other people, and generative AI. Generative AI is just plus one way how you can receive information. We still use language. Remember stage one, we still use it. We still use painting, actually. You can, when we discuss, you can paint me something. It still works. We still use a pen for write some our ideas. It's more faster that sometimes it's not faster than type. We still use the books. We're now in internet era, we still use the books. The generative AI don't cancel previous method, don't text books or internet. It's just new additional methods which can extract information for us and sometimes generate new knowledge, because many our knowledges generated via combination and extraction information, which created before.
I think that's it. Maybe we can afterwards, during the networking, you can come and actually, you're staying definitely. You're going to answer some of the questions during the networking session. So if you,
I just warm up. I would like to continue. No, I can.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just.
Okay.
Don't
worry, please.
No, but
okay.
thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.